begin. Hello, my name is Jennifer McCrae, and I'm doing a project called The Stigma and Shame of Mental Illness in the Black Community. Because as you know, black people are unaware, they're attributed to something else, but they won't face the fact that they have mental illness. And I did these are a series of videos. The last video I did was the introduction, how black people perceive mental illness, and things of that nature. Also, I started to do the 5 common mental illnesses, but my camera ran out and I only managed to get depression. So right now I'm going to go ahead and just start with the 5 common types of mental illnesses. People with mental illness, anxiety disorder. People with anxiety disorder respond to objects or situations with fear and panic. They have rapid heartbeat, stomach going, sweating, and all that. It's diagnosed when a person's response to a certain situation is not appropriate, or it's out of control, or if it interferes with their daily functioning, if they have a specific anxiety. And anxiety disorders are generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and phobias. And phobias are the ones that people see a lot on TV, like a person may be, like my mother, for instance, my late mother. She had a phobia about going on interstates. She could get in the car, but she wanted to go down regular roads. She would get all antsy and all lay down in the car and everything. So that's a phobia. Phobias are, and some people are fearful of spiders, snakes, things like that. The mood disorders, they're the disorders of how you feel. Basically, you have 2 depressions. You have major depressive disorder, what people call clinical depression. It's that long, enduring period of sadness and loss and lack of interest that you experience. And you also have the second is bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is characterized by one extreme to the other, happy to sad. Basically, what it is you have what they call hypomania. You go up and you buy things, you get things done, you get things accomplished, you make money, and then you this and that. And then it'll escalate to mania. This is where you get in trouble. You buy too many houses, you buy cars, you sleep with a lot of people, you drink too much, you do things without the consequences, not, realizing the consequences. And then you go down, you go down to the depression. And that's where they normally have the problem, because these first 2 was good, but the second half, the depressive part, that is when that's when they normally realize the consequences of what they've done in their manic state, and what may be legal, financial, or criminal, and they don't realize it because they did it when they were in their I'm sorry, when they were in when they were in their manic state, and when they're in this depressed state, this is the state where their depression is just extremely bad. They don't get up, they don't go to the bathroom, they just stay, and they normally during this, all those consequences come to them, and they get depressed, and when they do that, they have a tendency to be more suicidal, because people with bipolar disorder, of all of the disorders, because of those extremes, they have more of a tendency to commit suicide, once they realize the consequences. Okay. Now, psychotic disorders. Basically, that's what you call schizophrenia. Everybody knows schizophrenia, that man or woman walking down the road, talking to himself. It's, and let's say it's June and 95 degrees, and they have a big old fur coat, boots, a fur hat, just inappropriate. Their body, the reason they can withstand all that is because a certain part of their brain is not functioning effectively, that monitors temperature, and that's why you see them in inappropriate clothes a lot of times. Okay, so they have we have two types, two symptoms, I'm trying to say. Hallucinations. Hallucinations people mostly know about. They see and hear things that are not there. Like they'll say, the FBI is monitoring me. No matter what I do, they're monitoring me. And then you have delusions, and those are fixed beliefs of something that they made up that, excuse me, fixed beliefs that are contrary to, that are fixed beliefs that are contrary to facts. They may say something like, God is talking to me, and I talk to God at 7 o'clock every night, and in the hospital. And you say, well, that's when you go and get your medication at 7 o'clock. No, I don't do that, because God is talking to me at 7 o'clock. I don't do that. Well, I got it, and the nurse will say, well, I have it on the paper. No, it's fixed in their brain, that part of their brain, and they aren't able to distinguish fact from fiction. So they live in their own little world. Okay, and we have the other two, and we're almost finished with this, but we're not finished with the whole thing. All of y'all know about OCD, which is called obsessional compulsive disorder. Obsessive compulsive compulsional disorder. I cannot pronounce that word, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen, back in the 90s, I think, on cable, there was a program about this private detective called Monk. And he was the guy that everything had to be a certain way. It had to be a certain number of this. It had to be a certain number of that. He had to he had to have his wipes if there were no, sinks around. So these are the people, the germ people, the people that wash their hands all the time, and when they touch things, and don't want to get dirty or things like that. Okay, then we have, these things are called rituals. Rituals are, they're obsessive. I have to do this. 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 Or compulsions. That's when they actually do whatever it is they're supposed to do. Okay, the last one is very familiar to y'all. And this basically is because of the wars that we had in Afghanistan and Iran. I'm sorry, Iraq. Jim, oh, okay. Post-traumatic stress disorder, they occur during traumatic or terrifying events. You know, when a person experiences anything extremely terrifying events, and some of the things that are post-traumatic stress disorder induced are wars, sexual or physical assault, natural disasters like tsunamis, hurricane, Katrina, and I've done a lot of work with post-traumatic stress syndrome, and it's kind of hard, you know, but that's basically what it is. And what they have is flashbacks and memories that just plagues them. A certain little thing like a firecracker or somebody dropping a ball may trigger them, and they may fall to the floor. Okay, so we're finished with that. You want me to stop? Okay. Basically, right now, I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about stigma. Stigma, it comes from the Latin word stigmata. It's like a stain on you, something like a birthmark or a stain that you can't get off, and people want to avoid you. And that's the way people, psychiatrists see psychiatry. That people don't want to be around them because of their psychiatric disorder. I'm trying to say it's a form of stigma. I'm trying to figure it. It's not a real stigma, but it's I can't think of the word. I'm sorry. Okay. So okay. And normally stigmas, it's to society, you know, society labels these people. When they're labeled, they're stigmatized, and you know they aren't seen as human beings. I mean, put it like that. So early prevention for when you see signs of those common mental illnesses, those symptoms, is to go to your local mental health center or your local hospital ER. They'll be the ones, you know, if a person is acting out or if a person is really belligerent. You call it 911. So you have those three. And one thing you do have to know, I'm going to go with the stigma, is people, they want to know, well, the cops wouldn't come get me, you know. Cops wouldn't come to the house when I told them. They wouldn't take John away. You have to be a person who has a who is harmful to themselves, which is suicidal. Because that's one of the first things they're going to ask you in a mental hospital: are you suicidal? Suicidal, or are you harmful to others? You know, like if you beat up your brother or your mother, you make threats towards your mother. But you can also, I learned from one of my psychiatrists, you can also get people in the hospital if they have family and stuff and they're not taking care of themselves. they have a family that really wants to help them, but they're on the street and they're just not doing very well. They're not functioning at all. Okay. Just offer the people with stigma, affection, sympathy, and concern, because they already feel bad. They don't need to feel any worse. Okay, and some of the stupid things people say to people with mental illness. I've had people say things like, so everybody gets depressed sometimes. Regular depression and clinical depression are not the same thing. This most regular situation is reactive, due to reaction from the environment, and clinical is a biological chemical imbalance of the brain, so they can't help that. So that's very, very insulting to tell a person that. If God leads you to it, He will lead you through it. That's basically pray harder, God will do it, God will take care of it. And these same people who say things like that, they would be mortified if you said, well, you have that diabetes. Why don't you just not take your diabetic medication? And just pray, go to church, and rely on God. Just don't take your medication and let God be your medication. And if you do that, then He'll heal you. They will be insulted if a mentally ill person would say something like that. Because they both are physical illness. One is a chemical imbalance in the brain. One is imbalance of the pancreas in the pancreas, in the kidneys. Okay, so I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, another thing that they'll say is I don't